Alright, now what?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I really talked too much in depth about the cosplay. Just kind of gave a brief overview.
Okay, now we can talk more about that.
It's just like I just again, as I said before, I don't know where to begin. I could always talk about like my history and love for cosplay and why I've wanted to kind of get into it, but all that. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys want to know that story or Nelly Mortal Kombat? Yes. So, couple. It was more like the beginning of the weekend. Uh, Me and Millie were watching a video of basically this girl who was invited to Comic Cat as a cosplayer. And for me, I've always kind of been interested in cosplay, but again, I've heard there are people who do it professionally. I've just never really understood the industry, so I started kind of doing more research. And it kind of sparked this idea of just like I've always have wanted to do cosplay, but the characters I've always wanted to cosplay were always the girls. Don't get me wrong, there are a few guys that I do like to do, and I have actually a couple of awesome guy cosplays. Like I have a cool Todoroki, but there's just like a lot of the girl cosplays I want to do, and just again, there's just been a lot of like back and forth inside. Thank you, Chico. So finally, he's kind of got talking to it, and I just kind of more wanted to kind of build up a plan. I've always been someone just like if I'm going to do something, because don't get me wrong, I can improvise, I can do a lot of stuff but off the cuff, especially in regards to acting. But whenever it comes to a big project, I want to know, I need to know the game plan. I need to have a path, I need to have a roadmap, so to speak. So, and again, cosplay is nothing but planning. Like, you gotta be able to plan for this, plan for that, gotta kind of get things ready to go. But in order to get invited to some of the conventions, you have to build up a following. So to build a following, you have to do the cosplays, you have to take pictures, you gotta hone the craft. And so for me, it's always been something I have wanted to do. I've always loved dressing up as characters, again, which is kind of how I got to be me. So finally, with the Millie's love and support, I've kind of laid out a game plan for doing this. So I was able to start making. So I made a Instagram specifically for cosplay. But again, we're not really going. I'm not even going to really be able to dive into it till after our move to Dallas, because again, just because of the circumstances we have where we're currently living, not I can't really quite do it, so to speak. Plus, we're trying to save up money, and cosplays aren't exactly cheap, so it's been very much kind of a back and forth kind of thing. But for me, I've always loved cosplays. I've always loved looking at them, and at one point I did go to Anime Expo cosplayed as a character, and again I just remember having a fun experience with it. Although with again there were anybody doing cosplays will know there's always physical limitations, but it was very fun, very interesting, and I just loved how people would love ask to take pictures of me, and it was really fun and it was a very interesting experience. So I'm just kind of wanting to dive more into that world. So I've been doing a lot more research and a lot more stuff like that. So anyway, that's kind of the backstory into this. Yeah, we're definitely saving it up. And again, I've planned out kind of a photo shoot, so to speak.
Yeah.
And Melly is being so loving and so supporting that she is going to help me take some of the pictures, help with part of this. And again, for that, I'm just so very grateful to have such an amazing and lovely bee in my life, and to be able to be married to her. So again, I just wanted to really express my gratitude for the love and support that Nelly has given me to allow me to really stretch out and be okay with who I am, because for a long time I've always felt ashamed of this, felt ashamed of who I was, when that's not what anybody should feel. Nobody should feel ashamed for themselves.
Oh, baby. That's the least I could do.
And you're just the sweetest baby, and I just can't tell you how much I love you and appreciate everything you do.
Baby. You too, baby. I love you so much.
I love you so very much.